95 years later. Recovered after nearly a century in the marsh. The forgotten Zeppelin Airship, lost in the marsh for 95 years, slowly emerges from the mist. Lost since 1930, the colossal Zeppelin rests here, a rusting monument to a forgotten era.
I can hardly believe it. It's magnificent.
The structural integrity is remarkable after all this time. Let's get the raft ready. Lost to the marsh for nearly a century, the Imperial Zeppelin is slowly revealing its secrets through the LiDAR scan data. 95 years this Leviathan has rested here. The Marsh has claimed it, the once proud structure never forgotten. This German Imperial Zeppelin airship has been lost in the marsh for 95 years. After 95 years, the massive Zeppelin, once thought lost forever, slowly emerges from the depths of the marsh.
Control, we have release on the starboard side.
Acknowledged. Keep tension steady, slow lift.
Watch the hull pressure, it's straining.
We have a major shift on the starboard side.
Acknowledged. Increasing tension on line 3. Watch the lasers.
The forgotten Zeppelin airship, lost in the marsh for 95 years, finally begins its ascent. "95 years later, the forgotten giant is slowly being brought back to life by a dedicated team. Steady now, apply counter pressure with the scalpel. And rotate slowly. There we are. The corrosion is significant. Originals. This massive inline piston engine, once the height of 1930s technology, has succumbed entirely to the Forgotten for 95 years, the German Imperial Zeppelin is now undergoing meticulous restoration in this state-of-the-art facility. For 95 years it's been lost. We have to be incredibly careful removing this outer layer, but the structure beneath is remarkably preserved. Recovered after nearly a century in the Marsh, the Zeppelin now enters its most critical phase, deep cleaning by these precision robotic systems. As the thick mud is blasted away in slow motion, the sheer scale and craftsmanship of the 1930s Zeppelin begin to emerge for the first time in nearly a century.
The ultrasonic bath begins its delicate work, gently coaxing 95 years of marsh sediment from the Zeppelin's control mechanisms.
Discovered in the Marsh after 95 years, this colossal Zeppelin, once thought lost forever, is finally beginning to reveal its former glory. Entombed in the Marsh for 95 years, the Zeppelin's decay seemed absolute. But then the robotic arms apply the neutralizing gel, stabilizing the derelict structure after nearly a century. Forgotten for 95 years, the Zeppelin now rests here. 95 years lost in the Marsh, the structural integrity analysis reveals critical fatigue across the main frame. Once a marvel of the skies, the 1939's airship now rests here, slowly reclaimed by the Marsh over the last 95 years.
I'm very pleased with this progress. The joints are secure.
Yes, the data aligns perfectly. We can sign off on this section.
Deep within the Marsh, the ambitious restoration of the LZ-128 continues. After 95 years, the lost Zeppelin is finally being rebuilt. These high-tech workshops are forgotten Zeppelin Airship. Lost in the Marsh for 95 years, the massive structure is finally being reborn. We are reaching maximum load capacity on Section Gamma.
I am registering slight flexion. The structure is holding.
In 95 years it lay hidden, swallowed by the Marsh.
According to the original plans, this girder needs to be reinforced before we attach the walkway. All right, I'll adjust the welding points as you indicated on the blueprint. "95 years after it was lost, the massive derelict framework is finally being reclaimed from the Marsh, girder by girder. This forgotten Leviathan, once a symbol of progress, now succumbs to the relentless Marsh.
The integrity of these main frames is remarkable even after 95 years.
Absolutely.
The rebuild phase begins with the arduous task of freeing the seized components from decades of corrosion.
Look at the stress fracture right here.
I see it. We'll need to stabilize that immediately.
This macro close-up reveals the incredible power of the ultrasonic cleaning process, restoring the 1930s engineering to its former glory.
Hidden for nearly a century, the forgotten giant now yields its secrets to modern precision, crafting the parts needed for its resurrection.
Lower it gently, mind the gasket.
Setting now. Hand me the torque wrench. This one needs securing.
Okay, this section is secure.
Confirmed on the schematic. Move to rib 42.
Opening the valve now.
Pressure is climbing smoothly. It's holding steady at the required level. We have integrity. Dormant for nearly a century in the unforgiving Marsh, the great Leviathan's engines finally stirred. A testament to forgotten engineering. The starboard bracing shows critical fatigue near Section 4.
That explains the pressure drop. We need to reroute auxiliary power now.
The synchronization is holding at 100%, Doctor.
Incredible. All systems are green.
"95 years after it was lost, the forgotten Zeppelin finally receives its first coat of primer in this massive hangar. Deep within the Marsh, the ghost of the Imperial Zeppelin slowly rivets past. Lost for nearly a century, the hulking remains of the once mighty Zeppelin slowly surrender to the relentless embrace of the Marsh.
Lost for nearly a century, the colossal German Imperial Zeppelin now rests in the murky embrace of the Marsh. Forgotten in the Marsh for 95 years, the colossal airship now begins its slow, steady restoration.
This colossal relic of the Imperial German fleet remained lost to the world for 95 years, swallowed by the Marsh.
Forgotten for 95 years, the German Imperial Zeppelin now gleams under the hangar lights.
Watch the clearance on the port side. A little higher, careful now.
Hidden for nearly a century, the massive German airship slowly emerges from the swamp's embrace.
The dramatic contrast is clear. On one side, the ravages of time and the humid Marsh.